Welcome to a summary for the explorations in the Legend of Heroes Trades to Azure, because there was a lot going on and probably not everyone wants to see the 4+ hours of what I got there. So I think we begin with the bonding rewards for side characters. So not for the main party, Ellie and so on, what we had, but for others. And we begin with Fran. Friends, what's up? Oh, hi, Lloyd. Looks like you didn't get much sleep last night. Are you doing okay? Yeah, I think so. I'm probably just fatigued from having to juggle so many crises all at once. If you say so, just try not to push yourself too hard, okay? I don't know what I'd do with myself if I lost you, the others, or I just a bit naïve. I get scared about it sometimes. It's okay, friend. We'll be careful. Being careful isn't enough. You need to rest up during times like these. Oh, I know. I could give you a back massage if you want. If I focus on the right pressure points, I can take out those knobs like pow! Instant energy! That sounds more painful than relaxing. No, I'm good. I really appreciate the thought, though. Just talking with you is enough to lift my spirits, friend. Wow, really? You don't know how happy I am to hear that. After all, boosting the team's morale is one of my responsibilities as your operator. And trust me, you do a stellar job of it. The SSS would have a hard time working through the stress without your smiling face to greet us on the terminal screen. I'm sure everyone at the department feels the same way about working with you. Ah, come on. Now you're just flattering me. But you're right about one thing, Lloyd. I'll always be there to cheer you on the SSS on. That's why I want you to have this. Friend's Charm. Is this a good luck charm? Yep, don't be shy. Go on, take it. I meant it's a way to pray for you guys' safety, so I'm sure it'll work like, well, you know. I better do. Thanks for his friend. Uh-huh. Take good care of it, okay? Friend's Charm. Massive defense boost and an evasion buff. Next is Detective Dudley. There's something I want to tell you, Bennings. You've grown a lot this past year. Come again? It's obvious now that I've been able to observe you and your team at work. Your deductive and investigative skills are sound. You're not the fresh-faced rookie you used to be. You still got a long way to go before you can measure up to Guy and McLean when they were on the force, but you're on the right path. Seems that was the right call to have you trained with the 1st Division. Where is this coming from all of a sudden? I'm not done yet. Pipe down and listen. Yes, sir. Now, even though I compared you to Guy and McLean just now, that doesn't mean you should try and emulate them. You have your own unique merits. Develop them, and you come that much closer to becoming a first-rate detective. I hope you take this to heart and work even harder to carve out your own niche. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Nothing really. I'm just surprised is all. It's not like you to dole out compliments, Dudley. Now listen here, the future of the Defense Force depends on how this all goes down, but the CBD will continue to exist no matter what. When this is all over and done with, I'm sure there will be a place for you on the Force. I'm simply felt I should offer my guidance as a senior detective of 1st Division in order to prepare you. Nothing more. So that's how it is. Thank you, Dudley. I keep on striving to live up to your expectations of me. Don't put words in my mouth, Bennings. Everything I said is based on my objective analysis of what you've accomplished up to this point. More importantly, unless this current crisis is resolved and the truth is brought to light, there won't be a future for either of us. How long will it take before he finally opens up about the way he feels? Wipe that grin off your face, Bennings. Sorry. Lloyd and Dudley learned Hearts of Iron 2, so there. Detective Do-Right. Next is Ilya, and due to reasons, I add the scene with Wisha to it. My apologies, everyone. I have to excuse myself here. Are you sure, Wisha? Still not ready, huh? Wait, Wisha. Why not come with us? The least you could do is hear Ilya's voice again. Hear her voice? You don't think you'll be able to face her until the dust is settled, right? I get why you feel that way, and I respect your decision. But would standing outside of Ilya's room while we visit and hearing what she has to say go against that? Doesn't sound like a bad idea to me. We've already come this far. Can't you just reward yourself just a little? Yes, keep in mind that our toughest battles are still to come. Ilya is one of the people you're fighting for. Surely it would give you strength to hear from her? They're right, Wisha. And if we're there talking with her, she'll never notice you're right outside the door. Take it from me. After Wait on the City, it was seeing and hearing Fran again that got me back on my feet. You're right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I'll do it then. I'll come along and stand outside the room while you visit her, if you don't mind that is. Of course we won't. Yeah, now let's go and see Ilya. I'll stay behind while you all go inside. Of course, whatever you're comfortable with. Trust us, we won't let on that you're out here. I was wondering where all of you were. I can tell things have taken a turn for the worse. We're seeing some bizarre giant trees sprouted out of nowhere. Yeah, the situation is complicated at the moment. To tell you the truth, we don't have the answers ourselves. As much as we'd like to, we can't say for certain that the hospital is safe either. Take care of yourself, Ilya. We'd hate for something to happen to you again. Don't you worry about me, Ellie. I don't know what exactly is going on over there, but I do know you kids are going to pull through. As long as you keep on fighting the things that matter most to you are always in your reach. The same goes for me. I'm not giving up until I take it to the stage again. You're in the final act now, boys and girls. Get out there and finish what you started. Thank you, Ilya. Hell yeah, nothing like a pep talk from a fervent dancer to get you raring to go. By the way, there's a certain someone over there who's so worried she just couldn't stay away, am I right? Ilya, how do you... You could tell? I don't know who it is, but there must be a shy little sweetheart. One who's ironically reserved in spite of a strikingly perfect body of theirs. Doesn't know my ass. So much for not noticing her. Well, mystery stranger, whoever you are, you should know that I've already started my rehabilitation. So if you don't keep practicing, I'm going to catch up and pass you again in no time. If you don't want to be left behind, you better settle things quickly so we can finish what we started. One more thing. Take care and look after yourself. Because no matter how strong you are, you're still a young girl. With that said, just like on our stage, there's some strengths that only a woman can show. As long as you remember that, I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sorry, Ilya. Well, I think I've taken enough of your valuable time for one visit. You all better be careful too, little guy. I don't want to find out that you made darling Cecile cry, you know? We won't, Ilya. Wouldn't dream of it. Is she crying? I owe you an apology, Risha. I never imagined she'd be able to notice you from outside the room. You were trying to conceal your presence with that magical yin hoo-ha, weren't you? Or where did she catch on? Simply put, Ilya is a genius. She probably knew it was me from the sound of my footsteps and the pattern of my breath. After all, synchronizing our breathing is something we're used to doing when we perform. If only she could keep this sharp and attentive to things unrelated to the stage too. She can be a little untidy behind the scenes. Such things are what we have come to expect from Ilya. But you know, I'm really happy for the two of you, Isha. Yes, that was just what I needed to strengthen my own resolve. I'm ready, everyone. Let's go. We're right there with you, Isha. Every step of the way. Hey, little guy, you're just the man I wanted to see. Do me a favor and take this. Fervent Dancer's hairpin. What's this? It's a hair ornament I was wearing on stage during my first night as Archon's lead performer. I've been holding onto it ever since. It helps me keep the same resolve I had with me that night. It's quite the collector's item, you know? I say, there's some nuts would kill to get their hands on that thing. Ilya? I just can't take something like this, not when it's so important to you. Oh, it's fine. Think of it as a gift for all you've done for me. I want you to carry it with you as a good luck charm, okay? Alright, thank you, Ilya. I cherish it. Take care of that girl who's standing outside. Okay, what is the Fervent Dancer's hairpin? Plus 50 to strength and arts, plus 10 speed, and plus 50 accuracy. And next is Cecile. So this is where you were, Cecile. Hello, Lloyd. I had to come out and have a look at that tree for myself. I've never seen anything like it. The sight of it's completely alien, yet somehow soothing. Almost endearingly so. It pains me to emphasize, but Belle did say that tree itself is Kia. In that sense, I don't think what Cecile is feeling is strange at all. Say, Lloyd, you're all headed there, aren't you? That's right. Somewhere in that tree we'll find Kia, as well as the truths we've been looking for. No matter how dangerous it may be, we can't turn back now. We have to keep moving forward. I understand. But if I'm being completely honest, I want nothing more than to keep you here with me, away from danger. 3 years ago I lost someone I loved very dearly. I can't bear to go through that again. Cecile. But I know if Guy were with us today, he'd be doing the exact same thing as you. He would leap into action without a second thought to protect what's most dear to him. You're right, Cecile. So, that being the case, I want you to promise me one thing. That you come back safely with Kia's smiling face in tow. If you can give me a word on that, I'll stay right here, waiting patiently for you to return. Cecile. It's a promise. Just give us some time and we'll be back before you know it. This is going to be our most difficult battle yet, but we will prevail. That's right. Nothing is going to stop us from bringing Kia home. We also gotta beat some sense into Arios too. Right. It wouldn't be mission complete otherwise. Thank you, everyone. I think I can be at ease now. And as a little symbol of our promise, I want you to have this. Valiant Heart. What's with Cecile? A present Guy gave to me when I took up my final exam in nursing school. Whenever I feel I'm in need of my personal brand of strength or courage, I just take this pendant in my hand and clutch it tight. It's very precious to me, so as part of our promise, I want you to bring it back safely with you. It would be our honor. We'll make sure to return this once everything's settled. Good. Then may the blessing of a goddess be with you all. Valiant Heart. Plus 100 strength to defense, arts, attack, and defense. Now, apparently there was one additional item to get and bonding to fulfill with Sully. But I didn't get that one. Just a talk event without item. Let's go to that. What's wrong, Sully? Nothing, I was praying is all. I mean, this is technically an altar, even if it's just a stage prop. Guess so. I didn't really take you for a praying type soldier. Any particular thing you're ringing ideas up for today? Randy, it's a prayer, not a house call. Give a girl some privacy. Nah, I don't mind. I don't think it's any secret that I'm praying for Ilya. But I also snuck in one for you guys too. What? You prayed for us, Sully? Huh. I don't really get what's happening, but you guys are trying to rescue Kia, right? Wherever it is you're going, I bet it's gonna be dangerous. That's why I'm praying for all of you, especially Wisher. Thank you, Sully. Yeah, we really do appreciate it. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Besides, Kia's my friend too. So you guys better rescue her, got it? Yeah, consider it done. So you guys went and visited Ilya? Several times, yeah. She is lively as ever, and getting livelier. Sounds about right. Where you at too, Wisher? Yes, though I was standing outside the door. I'm still not ready to see her face to face. But I do want to apologize to you, Sully. I'm sorry for worrying you. Hey, don't make this about me. Honestly, I'm relieved you finally went to see her. Now, I know you won't go running off again. Sully. My bad, didn't mean to be so blunt. Anyway, I'll be sitting tight over here until you guys come back safe. Just don't keep us waiting too long this time, okay? I won't. It's only a matter of time before we put on another performance. I want all of you to be there when we do. We also found the Bright family in Mainz. Oh, hey guys. Hello. Estelle, Joshua. So this is where you went after the operation. We heard you guys laid waste to one of the ions. Indeed, with Pater Matt, you all must make for a formidable team. Yeah. Well, it's true we wouldn't be here if not for his sacrifice. Huh? Come to think of it, there's Wen. Fast asleep. Meister Jörg. Meister Jörg. We weren't aware you were here. Well, I am, at their request. Despite the chaos outside, I couldn't stay away after Pater Marta's death. But Chasm died? Wait, so you mean... Yeah, he grabbed the blue ion, dragged it up into the clouds with him, and then... He... self-destructed. Completely of his own volition. So that's what happened. That machine opted to sacrifice itself? Pater Marta. She's probably been crying for hours, huh? Poor girl must be tuckered out by now. Of course she is. The two were so close, they were practically inseparable. Pater Marta resigned itself to its fate. I cannot help but admire the heart it displayed in choosing to give its own life to protect that girl. As a doll maker, I couldn't be prouder. Meister, we've been getting in reports about what's going on. Things have gotten worse, haven't they? We'd be happy to lend you some help once we're fully recovered. Thanks you too, but you don't have to worry about that. Your health should be our top priority right now. Take all the time you need. I'm not saying we wanna end up like that little Missy's doll, but taking Keto back is something we gotta do on our own, no holds barred. We can respect that. Good luck, guys. Be careful out there. May the goddess protect you all. We're told that Professor Novartis has already left Crossbell too. It must be a relief to know that you won't have to deal with the society from here on out. To be honest, we're not even sure what their goal here was. But from the sound of it, their sights are really set on the Empire. The phantasmal blaze plan. What they did in Crossbell may have only been the first ripple for a much larger scheme. I hope Olivier and the others are alright. When you say Olivier, you're talking about Prince Oliver, yeah? That's right. We haven't been able to get in contact with him since the Civil War in Erabonia began. He's probably not in any danger as long as Mueller was with him, but then again... It's natural to be worried, given the circumstances. Oh, that reminds me. You all should have this. The Murian Orchard. Where do you guys get this? We found it near where Pater Martyrs passed away. I'm assuming it broke off the iron. Maybe you can find a good use for it? I see. We'll try our best. And Father Kevin in America. Wait, is that Reese? VSSS? Hey guys, how is it going? We heard about your victory. Yeah, big ups for shooting that high-flying Aeon out of the sky. It truly is a spectacular feat. Well done. Thanks. We didn't exactly come out of it unscathed, though. I had to go all out, so I'm pretty drained right now. It's gonna take me a bit to recharge. Abbas did mention something about that. The power you have comes at a great cost, correct? It was that dangerous? It was. Stigmas are a source of forbidden power that is difficult for a human body to contain. There's a limit to how much of it can be released at one time. A Dominion would never be so foolish or reckless as to push that limit. Not a responsible one, anyway. Sheesh, Reese, I said I was sorry. Give me a break already, will you? Kind of ironic how the Dominion isn't the dominant one here. The Grals with this Dominion are a far cry from what I've heard about them. In other news, how about our last second twist down in the wetlands, huh? The Azure Tree, a miracle born of mankind's obstinance. It's unthinkable that any being apart from Adios could manifest something like that. And at its core is Kia's power. That's right. In all honesty, we have yet to come to terms with it ourselves. But even still, we plan to close this case our way. This is personal for us. Not just as VSS, but as Kia's family. I never doubted you. You made your stance pretty clear the last time we were face to face. Our Merkaba's gonna be out of commission for a while. Pete, well done. We'll come lend you a hand though if we can get it back up and running. And if we don't, I know Adios will be protecting you. Be careful, everyone. It's gonna take you. Got it, Reese. We'll be going then. During Sunday school, Kia would always talk about how much fun she was having with you all. Perhaps the squire of a Gralsford such as myself shouldn't be interjecting for personal feelings, but I want nothing more than for you to bring her home and put a smile back on her face. Thank you, Reese. Hers is a smile worth protecting. Reese, I said I was sorry. Give me a break already, will you? Apparently there's an additional reward if we visit Father Kevin with Vasi in tow? Oh, my cover's been out of commission for a while. We'll come lend you a hand though if we can get back up and running. And Vasi, you better not do anything too crazy out there. Take it from me. Blow through your power all at once, it's gonna hurt. If it doesn't outright kill you, that is. Right, I take it to heart. Oh yeah, before I forget, take this, Lloyd. Yo, for real? Where did you get this? Found it where the ions crashed. It probably broke off on impact. I picked it up thinking you might be able to put it to good use. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, but go ahead and have it anyway. Well, if you insist. Thanks, Father Kevin. Hey, you is taking a break at Long Loud Tavern and Inn. Well, if it isn't Detective Bennings and his colleagues, how are you? So, what are you doing here? Is there something strange about us coming to Long Lao for a bite to eat? With the city calming down, what better time for a relaxing meal? Still kinda ballsy, don't you think? You even took the middle table for anyone who walks in to see. I was not comfortable with it myself. However, it was the waitress who seated us here and Master Sao did not refuse. Don't think me some brazen malcontent trying to flaunt his newfound freedom. All we want is to eat our meals in peace. I feel we've earned it. The liberation was the first time in a while we fought the Red Constellation with such Gusto. Well, as far as that goes, you do have our thanks for helping. So, what do you plan to do now? We intend to observe what happens next, until things return to normal. Once we have a handle on what Crossbell's immediate future will look like, we'll find a new headquarters and resume our business. I was afraid of that. It's only natural. LoH is gone and soon the Red Constellation will be out of the door as well. There's never been a better time for Heiyue. This has been long overdue, but after much toing and throwing, we are finally nearing our goal of having full control of Crossbell's underworld. And it would not have been possible without the tireless work of our collaborator, Master Yin. Sounds like we're going to have to contend with Heiyue again sooner or later then. Perhaps so, but I'm looking forward to it all the same. Just know that if you intend to be the next barrier in our way, Zhao, don't count on being the first one to stop us. I had a feeling you would say something to that effect. But I would hardly call me and my men a barrier in the sense that you know it. Not compared to the chaos in Zemuria, nor the noose to the west that will soon be tightening around Crossbell's neck. A little dramatic, don't you think? Not at all. In the meantime, I wish your team luck in tackling this Azure tree business, Detective Bennings. We of Heiyue will be in your corner, over in the shadows, of course. On behalf of Heiyue, thank you for all you've done thus far. Our men have already vacated the Sunfort, in case you were curious. We've done all we can to assist you. Best of luck, and do be careful. That reminds me, I've been considering making you another contract offer once this matter is settled. That is, if your availability is open, Miss Mao. It's true that I do owe you a great deal and I do intend to repay you, but even so I cannot commit to such an arrangement at this time. You tell him, Risha. I see. Well, we won't coerce you into it. And as far as recent events are concerned, I consider them a collaborative effort, so you needn't feel indebted to us. Nevertheless, if you insist on making recompenses, I wouldn't turn down S-section seats to an Archon Steel performance. A joke, I assure you. As I mentioned, Heiyue requires your strength to fulfill our lofty ambitions. So if purchasing a ticket out of pocket is what it takes for us to be on good terms, then so be it. Commander Bales is currently pondering on top of Belgard Gate. The Imperial nobles have deployed an aerial warship for use in their civil war. If something like that was paired with the Imperial Army's armored division, the Empire would be unstoppable. Can't be the only one wishing we still had those ions to protect us. Personally, I'm glad we don't have those ions anymore. I don't think any person should be allowed to wield that kind of power. Just looking at what's left of Guerrilla Fortress sends shivers down my spine. Commander Bales, I was wondering where you were. Ah, hello SSS. Quite the view, ain't it? We saw it happen too, that white iron obliterating the railway guns in a blink of an eye. She didn't do it herself, but Kia's power was still the cause of this. We received some intriguing intel from the Empire that you may like to hear, but we have no way to confirm it. There are soldiers unaccounted for, but the Imperial Army is yet to confirm a single casualty as a result of the Ion's attack. Are you saying they could still be alive? Given what happened to the fortress, it would have to be a miracle. Again, this isn't confirmed, nor do we understand what's happened during the attack from a scientific standpoint. But the matter that was affected by the White Iron's ability to manipulate space may not have been destroyed per se. If that's the case, then Kia may have influenced the miracle subconsciously. I'm sure Erbonia is suffering enough due to the war. It would be a relief if their soldiers could be returned. By the way, I heard the good news. Your operation in Crossbell City was quite a success, it seems. It went better than we ever could have expected. Though it wouldn't have gone that way without your help, Commander Bales. You were one who opened up a path for us to nullify the Declaration of Independence. Please, I didn't do anything of note. Everything you have achieved is of your own doing. I have merely commanded the Crossbell Defense Force in accordance with the orders I was given by the President. Now that the state's independence has been called into question, I may not be fit to serve in this position any longer. Wait, what are you saying? You're not thinking of stepping down, are you? You needn't worry, I fully understand what is required of me here and now. As for what I'll do when all this is over, however, that's hard to say. Regardless, for the time being, I will carry out my role as a commander to the best of my ability. And the first division is, of course, investigating Mr. Grimwood's office. Mr. Grimwood, why? Pete? Oh, it's you guys. Good day, SSS. Congratulations on your successful operation. Thank you, Detective Emma. Are you and your men searching the building? Correct. The first division is combing the premises for any possible evidence, material witnesses included. Cool as it may seem, we're having Pete stand present for the investigation as Mr. Grimwood's ward and sole employee. No, it's okay, I want to help. Mr. Grimwood told me something before he left. It struck me as odd, so I wanted to come and check it out. That's right, he mentioned wanting you to clean out his desk, didn't he? Odd is certainly a word, well. Why would you request that of all things, especially in situations so urgent? Well, I think we found the answer to that just a little while ago. Here. Pete pulled out an unsealed envelope. He left behind a letter? Maybe read it? Uh-huh. Dear Pete, first and foremost I would like to apologize for leaving you with this letter so suddenly. After I took you in as both my ward and an assistant in my office, the two of us shared many happy days together. For years I'd been stricken with grief over one fateful day in my past, living for the sole purpose of bringing a certain project to fruition. And I could never thank you enough for changing that. There were moments when having you in my life made me second guess my path, but the wheels were already set in motion. It's too late for me to turn back. The project has passed a point of no return. So please, Pete, forget about me and live the happy life that you deserve. I will pray to Adios from afar that you grow to the bright young man that I know you can become. Ian Grimwood. Mr. Grimwood. With these any remaining documents we found in his desk, among them was a lengthy instructional memo on how to handle his clients moving forward, as well as procedural paperwork arranging for Pete's guardianship. Mr. Grimwood, why did you have to do this? How am I supposed to be happy if it means forgetting about everything he's ever done for me? Pete. The fact that he even asked proves he is indeed a fool. Take it from me, one measly-ass letter isn't going to cut ties with everyone you're leaving behind. Exactly. Pete, we're going to go track down Mr. Grimwood. And then we're going to shed a light on everything he's done and bring him back to answer for it. Thank you so much, everyone. Please, take care of Mr. Grimwood. We have a little talk at Guy's grave. Guy's tonfas. My heart aches just looking at them. All those cuts. Must be Arios' handiwork. Guess those two went at it pretty hard. Yeah. But look closely. You can see a lot of smaller nicks and scratches too. There's even marks from all the repeated repairs that were made to them. My brother strove for the truth and never gave up, no matter what barriers stood in his way. These tonfas, they're a reflection of Guy's will, the values he lived his life by. Yeah, I'm sure of it. If we hope to resolve this crisis and close my brother's case, then we have to overcome Arios in the process, and Mr. Grimwood too. That's the only way to reach the truth he sought. I'll be looking after these tonfas a while longer, Guy, so please, lend me your strength. Lloyd. You have the rest of us here too, in case you've forgotten. She's right, man. It's going to take a combined effort of all of us to bring Kia home. You're right. I know I can always count on you guys. Now let's do this. Lecter and Killiger have their own thoughts on the matter at hand. Hey gang, how's it going? Lecter, you're back at the casino? And in your vacation clothes too? How you can relax at a time like this is beyond me. What happened to your suit, if I may ask? One of those magic golem things went and put a tear in it while we were duking it out earlier. So I'm here to drink and party in its honor. I'll bet you are. Anyway, thanks for helping us with your operation, Hector. We might not have been able to break into Orcus Tower without your aid. Don't sweat it, I had a blast. Sure as hell beats doing desk work. It's nice getting some exercise in. You know, for an undercover spy, you really wound up stealing the show back there. Kilika too, for that matter. Who'd have thunk you guys could hold your own in a fight? I mean, those fencing skills and that high-level art? Not the kind of stuff that anyone can pick up overnight. If you really want to know, I guess I could throw you a bone on some of my secrets. It all started 30 years ago today. I went on a pilgrimage deep in the Isengard range when an old hermit taught me all I know. Like anyone's going to believe that? I feel like I understand him even less than I did a few minutes ago. Hey, no one said you had to believe it. I'll leave the rest to your imagination. Anyway, it's probably about time for me to skedaddle back to Erebonia soon. 50 tokens says the old man's gonna be needing my help again before long. Am I misunderstanding something? Did the Blood and Iron Chancellor not go missing after being shot? As I recall, the Noble Alliance made their move during the chaos caused by the Iron's assault on the Imperial Army. Yep, they've been occupying Hamda for going on 2 months now. I swear it's like making enemies is the old man's hobby. We should realize how tough it is for us to clean up after him. But all that aside, I have my doubts that even a bullet through the chest could kill him that easily. Yes, I'm pretty sure of that. Not concerned at all. But meet cattle. From where I'm standing, whether the Noble Alliance wins or Old Man Gilead makes a last-second comeback, Crossbell's fate is sealed either way. Well, we don't know for sure what the future holds for us. But before anything else, we're going to head to that Azure tree and bring Kia home. Good on ya. Looking to what tomorrow's important and all, but you want to trip if you don't watch your step here and now. That's the reason people always say to focus on what's right in front of you. That's what really matters. Good advice, even if it does sound a little off coming from you. Still, we take it to heart. Thanks, Lecter. Just try and make sure your struggles pay off, alright? I don't want to find out later that sticking around was a big waste of time. You were amazing earlier, Kilika. Seeing the Titus School's flying swallow with my own 2 eyes was nothing short of enlightening. It's not often I get to brandish my chakrams, but it went better than I had anticipated. I can tell you've been training hard yourself, Lynn. Compared to your spar 8 years ago, you're a brand new martial artist, a much more capable one at that. Hardly. My technique has a way to go. I'm nowhere near the level of mastery you and Zin have achieved as much as I'd like to be. Being a dedicated pupil is a good start, though. At the rate you're growing, you may be able to move the immovable in another year or so. He had to overcome his weakness for fair and tender maidens. Your sharp tongue could even make an A-rank bracer like him look bad, Kilika. There's no better experience than fighting back-to-back with my idol, Kilika. I need to refine my title prowess even more to keep Crossbell safe. Excellent job earlier, everyone. Likewise, Kilika. Thanks for offering to lend a hand. Yeah, you and Lecter kicked some serious ass back there. Please, it was nothing at all. Putting that aside, I scarcely expected any of this Azure tree business. How has Calvert responded to the situation? The Republican government is in shock. It's visible from the tear as well, you see. But without any knowledge of what threat it may pose, we've decided to sit back and observe. I can't divulge any more beyond that. I suppose that's fair. I plan to remain here until I have a full assessment of what's going on. What path Crossbell takes from today on remains to be seen. Now that will largely depend on your actions. Spare yourself a regret. Do whatever it is you believe to be right. That was our intention from the start. Thank you again, Kilika.
We can visit Garcia, who helped us escape prison, after all.
Is that you, Special Support Section? Thank Adios, you're safe. Same to you, Juan. It's a relief to see you holding up alright. Part of our Metropolitan Division has taken post here from the looks of things.
Wasn't this place occupied by the defense force not too long ago? That's right, they were too after learning that the president was taken into custody. With all the chaos that's broken out around the state, we need them to place their full attention on settling things down. Once they cleared out, reinforcements from Police HQ arrived to help quash any lingering disturbances here. That's good to hear. Hey Juan, if you don't mind my asking, what happened to old Garcia? Got question, didn't he help you break out of jail, Lloyd? Yeah, I really owe him one for lending me a hand back there. Wait, what am I doing? I just admitted to my guilt of the scene of a crime. Actually, a detainment was deemed unlawful the moment President Croix was apprehended, so no harm, no foul. No need to worry your head over it at all, especially when there are far more pressing matters at hand. As far as Garcia goes, he put up a fight against the defense force and was eventually restrained. We have him back in his old cell, where he's currently undergoing treatment. Treatment? If he fought the defense force alone, he must be exhausted to the bone at the very least. He's going to be bedridden for some time, yes. But if you'd like to visit him, I could arrange for it. What do you say, Lloyd? Should we? Sure. I should thank Garcia for what he did for me back then. Yeah, I'd appreciate that, Juan. Sure thing, I'll have Melvin guide you there. Visitation is 10 minutes maximum. As the inmate is currently injured, you have been granted special permission to greet him in his cell. Keep in mind that making direct contact with the incarcerated party or exchanging objects of any kind is strictly prohibited. Understood. Alright then. Rousey, you have visitors? Send them in. Hello, Garcia. Ha, we meet again, kid. Good to see you managed to round up your pals. Oh, there, big fella, you sure you should be setting up right now? We heard you had a pretty nasty run-in with a defense force. Ha, I've been better. Wouldn't exactly call a bare-knuckle brawl against rivals and stun but stacked in my favor. Hell, just sitting up was a struggle. What an embarrassment I am. You're making it look easy considering what you went through. You certainly live up to your wanted reputation as tough as Killing Bear. That said, it appears to be the extent of his range of motion at present. I still owe you my thanks, Garcia. If you hadn't helped me escape this place back then, I'm not sure I ever would have found my friends, let alone make it this far. Lloyd. Ha! You came all the way here just to say that. I told you our little partnership was over the second we got past the front gate of a prison. In my eyes, you're still a punk bastard who took down Avash. That ain't ever going to change, got it? So you say, but it doesn't mean I can't express my gratitude. So thank you, Garcia. It's because of you that all of us are together again. And now that we are, we're going to reach the truth, resolve this incident, and protect Crossbell. I promise you that. It makes me sick to the stomach how much you remind me of him. I can see it in your eyes, the tenacity, the way he wouldn't throw in the towel no matter what anyone said or how hard his ass got beat. You're a spitting image of your brother, Bennings, through and through. Damn, old man. I'll take it as a compliment. Can't believe you got me to say that sappy garbage out loud. Don't you have somewhere else to be right now? Can't make good on that promise if you're hanging out here. So go on, beat it. Right, I get the message. Let's go, everyone. Damn, old Bear's holding it together a lot better than I thought he'd be. You're right. I'm sure he'll be fully recovered and back on his feet before long. That aside, I certainly was not expecting words of encouragement from someone like him. He's definitely changed since we first met, and with all the crazy things he's gone through this year, I think it only makes sense. What? Why are you looking at me like that? When you say that, Do you sincerely believe it has nothing to do with you? LoH does have that kind of effect on people. Huh? Come on, man. Being a baby-faced lady killer is one thing, but did you seriously become a bear tamer while you were behind bars too? That's the LoH we know and love.
Juan also had that little side quest with peculiar dishes, and the recruit Yuna here also had something to say.
The defense force withdrew once they heard the president was in custody. Well, would you look at that? Your kids have given me a whole buffet of peculiar dishes by now. This should be more than enough to help a forensics class out with their training. Thanks for really cooking up a storm. Don't mention it, Juan. I'm always happy to lend a hand to the old alma mater. Commendable as ever, are we? You haven't changed one bit since those days, Lloyd. But at the very least, let me give you something as a token of my appreciation. It's an Enigma 2 quartz we recently put into service. They provided us with one extra, so I want you to have it. Shroud. It's the least I could do for all your help. Next time I need a hand, I know who to call. Oh, hey, SSS! I heard you guys were the ones who managed to liberate the city. And now you're off to finally put an end to all the turmoil here in Crossbell. Which means you're headed to the giant tree to rescue Kia, aren't you? Yeah, we are. I'm guessing Mireille or Sonia caught you up on all that. Even then, you seem to be quite familiar with Kia's circumstances. Yeah, we've had a lot of time to bond whenever I'd go to pick Ken and Nana up from Sunday school. Can't believe what I put her through. Propping her up as some divine child or whatever after we became independent. It's not like I fully get everything that's been going on or why, but I know she's been waiting on you to come rescue her. So do us all a favor and bring her home, and give her an extra hug from me too. Don't worry, we will. Yet another life that Kia and the SS have touched. Thank you, Yuna. I think we needed to hear that. We plan to fulfill our duties to the best of our ability. You make sure to do the same, okay? Right, leave it to me. I'll help out on the ground however I can. I'm gonna head into the city and do some hands-on training, by which I mean help out the department. You can count on me to take care of the things on the ground while you guys go out there to fight. Good luck, SSS.
We can also visit Dieter Kreuz.
Good to see your special support section. Likewise, is Mr. Rumia keeping him in? Yes, this is where where Dieter Kreuz is being detained. Do you mind if I ask how he is? He seemed to have well when he was taken into custody, but he's since calmed down. He hasn't put up any resistance at least, so we haven't had to add any additional security. You're allowed to see him if you like. Chief Sergei's order. Gotcha. What should we do, Lloyd? Yeah, let's do it. I've been curious about what's on his mind. I'd like to hear it from a man himself. Very well, go on in. So, you've come to see me? What in heaven's for? I'm an international criminal. Hello, Dieter. Uncle. You know, I've come to realize something being isolated like this. Bell was absolutely right. I was never more than a conduit for Ian's ambitions. From my soapbox, I constantly preached that justice was an ideal worth pursuing, regardless of the sacrifices. In the end, what did it get me? I've fallen from grace, ejected from my presidential post, and discarded by my only daughter. That green-haired boy from the society pales in comparison to me. I'm the real fool around here. Even so, we can't completely condemn you. It's only natural for someone to stick to their beliefs and their personal justice on one line. What you've done is inexcusable, but no one can ever claim you weren't genuinely trying to protect Crossbell. True enough. I don't think that speech you gave us about justice back at the IBC was something just pulled out of your ass. In your words, humankind are creatures that will, to our dying breath, chase after the ideal of justice. I believe the citizens of Crossbell approved of your Declaration of Independence because your sense of justice resonated with them. But public opinion aside, the methods you employed were anything but just. Even if Crossbell retained its independence, even if your justice is upheld, and peace is achieved, that alone won't heal the wounds of those who were harmed in the process. You try to bring peace to Crossbell by sacrificing the innocent. As far as I'm concerned, it makes every word of your inauguration speech hollow. That's exactly right, Ellie. You speak nothing but the truth. Perhaps I was blinded by my own idealistic dreams once Kia's power stood within my grasp. Ian saw through my self-deception before I ever could, and so I became a puppet on a string for him to manipulate. But in the end of the day, justice is something carried out by one's power and will. That fact remains as true as the first time I said it. I expect you all to stay faithful to your humanity, to continue your pursuit of a justice you most believe in. To come out of all of this, you will need to demonstrate to Ian and the others your own power, your own will. Easier said than done, but there's no reason to back down. We're ready to do whatever it takes. It's the only way we are going to get Kia back. That's right. In that case, I won't say anything more. Ian is one matter, but as far as Belle goes, well, she may be my daughter, even I have no idea how far she's willing to go for this. With all that in mind, will you be able to take the next step forward and rescue Kia? I suppose we shall see soon enough. Hey, Mademoiselle. Are you alright? Don't worry, I'm fine. Part of me was worried for Uncle Dieter after the way Belle completely abandoned him. Yet he seemed surprisingly composed. I was thinking the same. I guess that makes one less worry in our minds. He was right about one thing though. It's time for us to take the next step forward.
We can witness an adorable little scene with the children on West Street.
Come on, guys. Time to start patrolling the city. You ready, Henri? Mama? Yes, sir, Captain Wheel. Let's go! Alright, Junior SSS, let's do this. Time to roll out.
Junior SSS, huh? I have to say, I'm flattered.
The Junior SSS has a nice ring to it. Wheel comes up with some neat ideas every once in a while. We should go help out as many people in the city as we can if we want to live up to the name. Oh, hey guys. You go take care of that big tree. We'll protect Crossbell City while you're gone.
And we also have some last-minute quests to take care of. First, there are 3 monster extermination requests. Each one gives a quartz if we finish them. But I won't show them off here, because this is already getting long. And after that, we still have the Sunshine Agnes books and the food items, so completing the recipes.
Sunshine Agnes. Kagemaru, Haori, and sandals can be bought in the Times department store from the clothes and the shoe merchant there, and the hood has to be gotten at the casino. You need 3 each for the Sunshine Agnes. Walking on Sunshine.
This Kagemaru match is pretty nifty. It's missing a little something to pull it together though. Like those katanas we got down in the storeroom maybe. I should make Van and Ruth wear this stuff with me. Then we can play sword fighter together.
Do you really need actual swords for a children's game?
I also cannot endorse this misuse of Kagemaru's intellectual property. Don't get in such a twist about it. To think how good they look decked out in all this Kagemaru gear. So, you headed down to the storeroom? Well, alright, I guess you're a regular, so I guess it's fine. But don't touch anything, it's not my fault if you have to come back in a body bag.
Thanks for the heads up. So, apparently we can go down here now, and there's a cookbook. A book entitled Lively Family Lunches is housed on this shelf. Picnic Lunchbox.
Oh, it looks to me that all of you are headed somewhere together. Safe travels? Uh-huh. Something wrong, sir? I can tell you've been honing your skills as a chef the way I told you to. Very well, today I shall share with you our golden goose, a recipe handed down my family for generations. Zhang Hui snatched the recipe book away, opened it up and began writing. Medicinal mapo tofu. There, accepted. Zhang Hui would be proud. Wow, what a way to fill out the last page of my recipe book. Wait, are you sure it's alright for me to have your secret recipe, Zhang Hui? Ah, yes, spare me your gratitude. The decision was mine, and in my kitchen, my word is the law. Focus yourself not on humility, but on your abilities. The path every chef must walk is an arduous one. Your best cooking lies ahead. Dedicate yourself to your training as you have been, lest you falter. Right, I will. Good. Visit me again when you have the opportunity. I will instruct you properly in the culinary arts. You know, I've been wondering about this for a while now, but you do remember that we never came here to train under you, right? You referred to our misunderstanding months ago? I haven't forgotten. Your path as a chef is a different matter, however. Take a closer look at the recipe book. Right there it says Lloyd Benning's Crossbell Culinary Federation. As a member of the Federation, Long Lao has a sworn duty to teach any who come through our doors with this intel, plain and simple. This is what you get for not reading the fine print. I never realized we were agreeing to join a union when he gave it to us. Ha! I wasn't even here, but hey, that ain't gonna stop me from updating my resume with pro chef and all this is over though. Might even quit the police and open my own 5-star restaurant. Maybe you should try getting your own notebook first, Randy? Anyway, thanks for all you've done for us, Zhang. Though I still think you went above and beyond what was required. How many times must I refuse your thanks? Imparting my wisdom on bright young men and women is only the right thing to do. Now, as far as your police duties go, my cooking will always be here to energize you. So I would very much like it if you are ate up so you can get to restoring peace in Crossbell. Don't make me say this more than once, but I also believe in you, children. This is an incredibly convoluted way to get this recipe. Risha and fucking Wendy. Immortal Mapo Tofu. Yamas Purga Tofu. Plus 200 CP or fall to 0 CP and critical HP. To those who faithfully offer dishes, thank you kindly for your bountiful offering to the great Jizo. I moved to this area with my father when I was a child. Every day since I've prayed to the Jizo, growing attached to it over time. Very few people visit this shrine anymore, but the fact that there are still kind souls like yourselves who do brings me much relief. It's reassuring to know that others share my sentiments. I apologize for this long letter, but please accept this small token of my gratitude. It's a pity we have yet to meet in person, but so long as I'm in good health, I will continue to visit the great Jizo, each and every day. Perhaps it's only a matter of time before our paths cross. An anonymous neighbor. 2 Tiral bombs were inside the package. We've offered a lot of dishes to this Jizo. They weren't meant to be formal prayers or anything, but it wouldn't hurt to try. Hey guys, since we're already here, why don't we offer a prayer to the Jizo statue before we head out? You know, for luck. I don't see any reason not to. I'm all for it. We could use a little divine favor to help us rescue Kia. The sentiment behind the gesture is well worth the few minutes it will take to make them. A bit of meditation would probably do our morale some good too.
So come on, let's get to praying. In Eastern tradition, I believe you join your hands like so? Is this right? There's a lot of customs associated with prayer, but I think it'll be fine if you pray as you would in a church. Sure, I think we can manage that. Everyone put their hands together, closed their eyes, and offered a prayer to the Jizo. Oh dear, my apologies. My hearing isn't what it used to be these days. Could it be? Pardon? I may be wrong, but are you the ones responsible for leaving so many dishes for the Great Jizo? Great Jizo, wait a minute. You must be the anonymous neighbor. Why yes, so it is you. To think these offerings came from you adorable little youngsters, I thought for sure it was someone closer to my age. Well, to be fair, we're mostly doing it as motivation to improve our cooking. Man, though, talk about a shocker. You're the old lady we see in the downtown district every now and then, yeah? Given the level of literary sophistication in those letters, I always suspected the author was an older adult. I do apologize for taking up so much of your valuable time with my scrawlings. But to think I was writing to you all along. But this world is always filled with so many lovely surprises. Old Lady Paula faced the Jizo and silently joined her hands. This Jizo has witnessed many trying times throughout Crossbell's history. Once it was even demolished. However, time and again the people of this neighborhood were prepared with great care. People seldom visit us these days, but I'm glad it still holds significance for some. Oh, that reminds me, I have something here that might interest you. Admittedly, it's merely a gift I'm hoping to re-give, but perhaps all of you could appreciate it better. You really don't have to do that. No need to be modest. Consider it a token of my gratitude. Kusanagi. An old friend gave this to me, but I have no use for such things. That Imelda. She's always a trouble when it comes to giving gifts. Farewell then. I would be delighted if you could continue visiting the Great Jizo when you have a time. I feel like there's something more to that old woman when meets the eye. She was so graceful. I often see her basking in the sun in front of my apartment building. She lives in the downtown district now, but I believe she used to reside elsewhere. I've always thought her quite beautiful though. This is a master quartz, and did she just say she got it from Imelda? She was as kind as she was mysterious. I do recall grandfather mentioning a woman 1 generation his senior who was once regarded as the belle of Crossbell in high society. But surely he didn't mean her, right? You could have guessed our quick visit would turn into a chance encounter. I don't know about you guys, but I feel ready for just about anything now. Let's go, everybody. Right behind you.
And finally, there's a task for Chief Jerome to craft our ultimate weapons.
Man, I cannot believe what's going on out there. Makes me wish there was more I could do to give you kids a hand. If only I had some good stuff. Good stuff? I'm talking about the Muin ore, my boy. It's a metal that's sometimes found in ruins from ancient civilization. Over a year ago, some famous professor perfected a process for refining the stuff, made some primo gear out of it. If I could get my hands on some, I'd be able to make you these top-of-the-line weapons I've been drafting up. Heck, that'd be better than anything I've ever built you before, hands down. You mean they'd be even stronger? Damn, top-of-the-line is right. We do have a dire need of greater firepower, given the circumstances. Well, I could crank them out in the wink of an eye if I just had the materials. I think 5 small shards of the stuff would be enough for one. The Muin ore, huh? I think I actually have some shards that I found earlier. What's that look for? You figure out a lead on where to get a hold of some? In that case, I start prepping to have those weapons made. Talk to me again if you got the Muin ore. 5 shards will work just fine too. I'll go get forging the second you do. Got it. Thanks, Mr. Jerome. Search and leisure. Huh? Is that a time achievement just?
Now, aside from the 2 pieces we already found from Father Kevin and Joshua, we can get a full Zemurian ore piece by turning in Sunshine Agnes at the fortune teller in Mishalam.
Those books you have on you. Would they happen to be from the Sunshine Agnes series? I see them around the city from time to time. What do you mean, these novels? They are. Just so happens that we've gathered every volume. Well, isn't that wonderful? I had the privilege of leafing through one of them before. It was quite an insightful read. The story is fiction, of course, but I couldn't help feeling a bit of kinship with the heroine. In any case, I have decided to remain here as a spectator of these events unfolding in Crossbell. That series would make her a lovely bit of light reading to pass the time with. We do have the entire collection. Should we hand it over to her? Here you are, miss. We'd like for you to have these. Oh, are you positive about this? If Lloyd says so, then yes. Most of them we received as gifts anyway. Yep, so go ahead, babe. Read your heart out. If you insist, I'll gladly accept them. It would be rude of me to accept these without offering you anything in return. And I couldn't possibly have that, so please take this. Wait, is this... It fell into my hands some time ago in my other line of work. You may take it if you like, or I cannot say if you find a use for it. Are you sure you're okay with it? Seems like it could be valuable. Oh, it's quite alright with me. After all, I'm but a witness to how this turmoil in Crossbell will unfold. Granting you this small gift should hardly qualify as interfering. Ignore me, I'm simply thinking aloud. Be sure to take good care of it. We will, thank you very much. Never could I have envisioned a tree of that scale appearing out of thin air. Even I'm unable to foresee what happens next. But truth eludes my cards, my crystal ball, and the stars alike. How very intriguing. I can't recall this ever happening before. Just what will become of Crossbell? I look forward to learning the answer for myself.
And we can find 3 additional shards. First, on the Transcontinental Railroad, at the site where the battle against the Blue Iron happened. Then, on top of Orcus Tower, where we fought the White Iron. And finally, in the Castle of Mirrors, where Kia ascended.
And if I... learned that right, we have now 5 shards and a complete Zemurian ore, so enough for 2 ultimate weapons. Craft weapon. Great jumping Jerome Reds. Is that a Zemurian ore? I can make you a weapon like you never seen before with that thing. Heck, I can get started right away if you want. What do you say? Sure, let's do it. Now that's what I'm talking about. Can only make one at a time, so think long and hard about what kind of weapon you want. I think I take the weapon for Lloyd. Okay, I'm ready to pick. Can you make use of this one? You got it, pal. Time for my skills to shine. Alright, it's all done. Go on and take a look. Thank you very much, Mr. Jerome. No sweat, detective. Anytime I get to handle material as fine as a Zemurian ore is a blessing in my book. Use that to help get the situation in Crossbell back under control, you hear? The strong arm of the law. Okay, and... and for whom do I craft the other weapon? Dear Goddess Almighty, did you manage to find 5 full Zemurian ore shots? I can make you a weapon like you never seen before with those things. Let's just take Ellie and be done with it. Okay, I'm ready to pick. Can you make a Swiss one? Okay, but I think I got everything I can. And I guess with that I say, until next time, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.